Hi, this is Siamo from MyCNC. What's on my news feed? Well, Happy New Year again for everybody watching me out there. Here in California, of course, every year we have new laws that takes place on January the 1st. And of course, we have a few of them on my news feed that popped up, and some people mentioned some of them actually. Some of them regarding midwives, some of them regarding tobacco usage, and especially those vape that everybody's using. Especially most of the kids nowadays use vape. There is new laws that came in California. So I'm going to actually go through few of them because we cannot go to a lot of them. I'm going to give you the link where you can find them. Or just go to the California State Assembly. You will find some of them. But let's go to few of them that we have actually on my news feed right now. So here we go. So we have actually the flavored tobacco ban, which is an SB 793. Who was backed by Senator Jerry Hills of California, Democrat of San Mateo. Of course, the bill passed in 2020. So what the bill says is a broad ban on sales of flavored tobacco product, from vape cartridge to menthol cigarette. This bill was passed in response to a nationwide outbreak of lung injury linked to e-cigarette, cannabis, vapes, and product in 2019. So yeah, this bill is in response of a nationwide outbreak of lung injury linked to an e-cigarette. Everybody thought it was a safe way to smoke or to inhale some nicotine, but we realized it was not really safe for anybody. So vaping, menthol, actually, which is interesting, menthol cigarette was actually sold mostly to the black community and has caused a lot of lung cancer. So the Senator Jerry Hill, they passed the bill so they can stop all the sales of this bill. So that's one of them. Of course, you have the SB 855, equal insurance coverage for mental health, which is very important. This bill requires a health plan to cover medically necessary treatment for all recognized mental health and substances abuse disorder. So that's very important, actually. And that one actually was passed by Scott Wiener of San Francisco. Everybody knows Scott Wiener. So thank you very much. So I saw another one actually that was very important. This is the one you can see on your screen. Is this SB 1237, nurse midwife practice without physician. So this bill is very important because certain area in California is very hard to get a doctor or OBGYN to deliver a baby. So if the woman, the person having a baby is not at risk, so they are allowing a nurse midwife to assist you or even prescribe medication so you can have your baby. So among the people on high risk, of course, you have the black mothers and babies because sometimes they live in very poor areas that they don't have access to those doctors. So they are allowing a nurse midwife to pretty much practice without a physician's supervision. So that's a very interesting law. Another one that I like was the generic prescription here in California. Again, I'm going to repeat, those are laws in California. I'm not talking about federal law or any other states. Those are laws right here in California. So SB 852 that was backed by Senator Richard Pan of Sacramento, that was passed last year in 2020, is a generic prescription drugs. As we know, prescription drugs in the United States are very expensive. So they're going to allow actually some manufacturer to do some generic drugs, insulin, by example, which is a big one. A lot of people are diabetic in California or the United States when it comes to it. So they're going to allow some manufacturer to make some insulin, a form of insulin, that will be way cheaper than some of the insulin, some prescriptions. So I believe that one is very important. But I wish the federal government can really regulate, because prescription drugs in the United States in general is very expensive. So we have to make sure that we push on this one so it becomes more like a federal law, not just in California, but a federal law. So I like that one. There is so many of them. There is another one that was very interesting. It's the workplace, SB 13. You can see on the screen. SB 1383, which is family leave. Pretty much is actually when you have someone running a small business and they have to care of someone, by example, they have a coronavirus. So they're going to allow the person to handle the system where they can get assistance, leave the job without losing their business. So it's a very important one. So give workers and small businesses job protection if they take time to care for a family member and expand the type of situation that are eligible for protected leave, including domestic partner, grandparents, grandchildren, siblings, and parents-in-law. So basically that's what it is. So that was backed by, introduced by Senator Hannah Beth Jackson of Santa Barbara. Let's see here. There is another one I liked. That kind of caught my eyes when I was reading all the article. It was, let's see here. It's the law enforcement, actually. There is a lot of them that passed that will start on January the 1st. Like this one here, the County Oversight of Sheriff's Office. They're pretty much trying to remove the conflict between the sheriff and the Board of Supervisor in most California. That law passed because of Sacramento, but you can read about it. I'm going to post the link on my website. But the very interesting one was the AB 1506, state investigation for police shooting. As we know, we had a lot of police shooting where innocent people were shot. Of course, we're not saying everybody's innocent, but we have seen it. So many innocent people got shot, and the investigation took forever, or it went in favor of a cops. Even when we saw the video, that showed clearly that the law enforcer was wrong. So now AB 1506, state investigation of police shooting, will require state-led investigations into police shooting of unarmed civilian, and starting in 2023 will require the State Department of Justice to review use of force policies upon the request of local law enforcement agency. So why does it matter? Because the state prosecutor in California will investigate all police shooting result in the death of a civilian or an unarmed civilian. Supporters say it will standardize investigation, which are generally handled by the local law enforcement. I mean, can you imagine? You have your body, you're in the same department, you have your body who just shot a civilian. I don't think you're gonna really condemn your buddy or someone in your department. So it's better if you take the State Department, take it to the level of the state investigation to investigate all the local police department, so we can have a fair, hopefully we can get a fair investigation for shooting of an unarmed civilian. So that was one that caught my eyes, and it was introduced by the Assembly member Kevin McCarthy from Sacramento. That was passed in 2020. Another one was for COVID-19, which is a very, very important, since we're going to go through this coronavirus, or even though we have vaccine. Because I'm going to say it again, a lot of people believe because you're going to get a vaccine, then you're immune to it directly. You are not. The vaccine takes a long time to actually process in your body. It might take 20 days and 30 days. I'm going to post a video. Actually, I did post a video regarding the vaccine. So it doesn't mean because you get a vaccine today and you get basically exposed to someone the next day that you're not going to get a coronavirus. You will get a coronavirus because it takes, I believe, 19 and 30 days for the vaccine to process in your body and create an immunization for your body so you can be protected. So basically, what does it say? AB 685, COVID-19 workplace rules, requires employers to notify workers of potential worksite COVID-19 exposure, report outbreaks to public health departments, and give Cal OSHA more teeth to enforce pandemic safety violation in the workplace. I believe that's fantastic because, I mean, can you imagine you go to work, one of your employees is sick, and they don't tell you guys? Probably you give them a hug, probably you share something together, and you don't know. No, employees should be aware who is affected and who's not, who's infected, who's not. I believe it's a very good law that passed for coronavirus. People need to be aware if they're exposed. There is an app, actually. Let me see. There is an app that you can download in your phone that will tell you if you are around the area with more exposure. So let me see what's the name of the app, actually. Let's see here. It's called California Notify. If you look California Notify, I'm going to try to put the link as well. It will actually tell you if the area where you live or where you've been will expose you to the virus. So AB 685 was introduced by Assembly member Elois Reyes of San Bernardino here in Southern California. So it's fantastic to see all this here. There is actually this one here about student when they borrow money. So many of them. So I'm gonna post the link online on my page of on my Facebook page, so you guys can read more about it, especially if you live in California. If you have some interesting law that passed in your state or in your city in for 2021 in January, please send me a link so we can mention them and tell me why you believe that law is good or not. Because what I mentioned here is the law that kind of caught my eyes. Some of them, of course, they're very interesting because you have to read it. I'm not a lawyer. I have to talk to a lawyer to say, what does it mean really? Is it good for us or not? Because I'm pretty sure a lawyer will tell you exactly what is affected, because there were so many laws that those laws can affect. So I might like them. They might cut my eyes. I don't want to say like them. They might cut my eyes, but we need to do more. So if you have a law in your state or in your city that you believe is interesting for us to talk about it, please send me a link or just post it below this video. Would be fantastic. Again, this is Stan Yumbo from CNC Newsfeed. Everything that will come to my newsfeed, I will bring it to you, and we will talk about it. And I want you to comment about it, because that's how we're gonna share the information. It is great to have you guys follow my channel and follow my videos. This is where you can get your information. If you cannot find it anywhere else, we will find it for you. Bring it here. If you want me to talk about something else, please bring it to me. I will mention it here so we can discuss about it. Because this is America. If we don't discuss together, we're not going to find a solution. We are brothers keepers and sisters keepers. This is Yumbo for my CNC. This is my newsfeed. Follow us on Facebook. We see you later.